football player?
No, I think I mean, last year was last year for me. It was what it was, and it was not very good. So for me, I'm trying to close that chapter and just build on what I've done so far this year and just move forward and really just try and close that chapter in my life. Not one that I'm very proud of, not one that I want to look back on very much and dwell back on, that's for sure.
But can you contribute any of your...
You are, you know, when you say that you changed, we've heard you say that before, and I know you always want to mean it, but is it different this time, and do you really think that you have changed and things will be different?
No, I think it's actions. I think it's been with actions speak way louder than words. So, you know, as much as I may have intended to do some of those things last year and really truly wanted to, I don't feel like I was in a position personally. And you know, now I think I'm doing the right things and taking the right steps necessary for me to put myself in the best position possible to be exactly what this organization drafted me to be. Now, I don't want to give up on that fact at all. You know, I'm not giving up on the fact that they brought me in here as a first-round pick and want to see something out of me. You know, it's not lost on me, and hopefully not other people in this locker room either.
Johnny, you completed that pass to Duke, and Josh Wetnotz, he might have been more excited than you were. Knowing that it's not a real competition, does it make the quarterback room friendlier? Do you feel more comfortable in there?
Yeah, I think Josh is just, you know, I'll speak on Josh. I think he's been awesome since the day I've walked in. He's a Texas guy. He's from right down the road, from where I was born and raised. So we have a little bit of a connection there. And then I remember when I went on my visit to Tampa last year and meeting with some of Coach Levy and all those guys there, he was extremely nice and sat there and talked to him for probably 10 and 15 minutes during that visit. And then to have him come in, you know, I felt a Texas guy, East Texas guy. You know, we were really similar in a lot of ways, and he's been really cool, and we've been able to talk about a lot of things about back home. He's been able to help me, you know, obviously being a veteran, with coverages, with protections. You know, he's been through this quite a few times, new offense, new system, and I think he's really, you know, he's really helped me a lot and been, like, as you've seen out there, I think he's been great for not only me, but for Thad being in there as well, and as well as Connor too.
Well, when you're trying to get your personal life, which is personal, in order, does it help that maybe you're not competing for the starting job right now? Or do you think you're always competing, no matter what Coach says?
I'm not going to sit here and say that, you know, it's really not up to me. It's really up to what Coach Pettin says and what this organization, the guys above me, have to say. But all I'm trying to do is come out right now, do what I can to make Coach Flip, Coach O'Connell, not turn the ball over and try and, you know, do what they want this quarterback position here to do. Let's not turn the ball over, be smart with the football, and go through our progression. So, you know, I think obviously that's Coach Pettin's decision, but for now I'm just doing all that I could do, and that's a progress for me to just try and get better.
Hey, John, you touched on this, but did the Johnny football persona become something you just got tired of trying to live up to?
And I think it just overtook who I was just as a person too. I think, you know, at times, you know, Johnny football probably took over me a little bit too, and I bought into that. I mean, like I said, you know, I think I didn't do my best to hush things down, push down the hype. You know, I think at times I welcomed it with immaturity and just accepted that a little bit, and that's my fault. At the end of the day, everything that happened last year is not on anybody else but myself. You know, I guess I wasn't, you know, prepared to handle the type of spotlight that I got and all the hype that came with it. So, you know, moving forward, I'm trying to do my part to just push that down, suffocate that a little bit, and just try and live my life and come out here. And, you know, I'm happy being back out here on the football field. I'm happy being back out here with these guys. I'm excited to come to work every day.
How difficult will it be?
Johnny, if we can just get to the football side of things a little bit here too. With the way that your starts went last year, I'm just curious, what key aspects are you really trying to improve on with your game? I know I talked to some of your teammates and they feel like the ball's coming out faster, what have you, but when you're analyzing the defense, calling the plays, what are you specifically looking to improve on?
Yeah, we're adding our protections in a little bit this year, so now it's a little bit of another layer for me to come in and try to learn. But, you know, I feel like right now I'm throwing the ball probably better than I have been, especially through the early part of OTAs. I really felt like it was coming out of my hand better than it was last year, and I felt like I had a little bit more juice on it. So, you know, just coming from that, it's just a process of, you know, now I'm not as focused on, okay, spitting the plays out, knowing where everybody's going to be. Because of the lengthiness of it last year and because of already being through it a year, it's easier now. Now I'm focusing more on, okay, where is this safety going, what is this doing, and being able to focus more on what the defense is doing to us. Where last year, you know, I was still a little bit enamored with everything that we were doing and not being able to focus on the defensive side of the ball. So just continuing to take the progression of just being a quarterback in this league and everything that goes with it to another level, and just continuing to learn to where things come second nature. I think that is, I think that's the biggest step for me. Johnny, right now is everything, trying to get everything to come second nature.
Johnny, sorry about that. Last year, when you told us you didn't take your job seriously enough, since then, have you learned what it takes in terms of commitment and dedication to be a successful NFL quarterback, and what are those things in your mind, and how are you applying them?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've tried to be in here, on the days that we have off, and trying to be in this building as much as possible. I mean, if there's something that irritates me, itches at me, kind of leaves me a little sour after practice, stay in here and figure it out to where that doesn't happen again. And really, that's the biggest thing, not making the same mistake twice from a different look or just trying to get thrown off. We're trying to be a step ahead. And for me, the more time I put in here watching film, the more time I sit in there with Josh. That's a big thing that we did. I mean, through OTAs, after practice, everybody else would be out of here. Me and Josh would sit in here for some extra hours, even to the afternoon, still being able to go on the golf course even later in the day. So being able to stay in here as long as possible and still get out of here and get some time to relax is really the balance. But, this position is extremely demanding, and I think for me now, even if I feel I may be doing enough, I need to continue to try and do more. And the more time that I spend in this building, the better.
How difficult will it be to close that chapter for you?
I don't think so at all. I think that chapter in my life is behind me, at least. So I'm moving forward. I'm sitting here today, like I said, happy, looking forward to the future, and just really excited for this season, to get into training camp, to get into preseason games, and get to play against other defenses again.
What do you learned about your
Appreciate it, guys.